right? Now, here's the thing. You will not see this guy right here. All right. So that's why you're going to have to come to Tools and then go to Plugins. Right. Then you're going to come here to Available Plugins. And in Available Plugins, you're going to come over here and search for C/C++. Okay. Check for newest. Mine is already installed, so I seriously doubt that you're going to see that there, right? But download, installed is going to come over here. And so what basically happens is you come here, you hit that C++, and then you go ahead and you say activate, right? And once you activate, that then causes the IDE plugin installer to go ahead and run through that. And once you do that, right, you hit close. Now it has a little green tick here. Can you guys see this breakout window?
Yes,
yeah, we can see it.
You can see it? Okay. All right. Because I know sometimes Zoom has this funny thing where any pop-up windows that an application generates, it doesn't show it. So I'm pleasantly surprised and relieved that in the latest update, they've fixed that bug or that glitch. Good. Okay, so close that, right? Once you close that, then you're going to come here and you're going to see new project, and then you're going to see C++, and then you're going to see all this stuff up here. Now, here's the thing. If you don't have either Cygwin or MinGW installed in the C drive, and then when you go to the C drive, you're going to come here. Let me see if I can do desktop screen. All right, good. Okay, so right. All right, so let's show the whole screen. Now if you're on Windows 10, this of course is over on the other side, further into the corner. This is Windows 11. Don't worry about it. This looks a little different, but oh crap. What did I use? I used what did I use? Crapola. What did I use? Anyway, all right. More than one way to skin a cat. Come here. Right click on this PC. Right click on this PC. Thank you. Properties. No, I don't want device manager. Well, I'm trying to get to the registry editor. Hey. Right, okay. What was it? System settings, registry. No, it's not the registry editor. Oh, God. Man. Can't believe I'm running a blank on this. It's so easy to system variables. Right. Edit system environment variables. Right. So we're going to go into system properties here. Come to environment variables. And what we need to do is we need to come down here to system variables and edit. once you go into system variables, no, wait, hold on. Why are we showing? Oh, I got to come to path. Yeah, that's why that looked like that. Come to path and then edit. So we edit path, and what we got to do, since I have both Cygwin and MinGW installed, I can choose whichever compiler, right? And so what you got to do is you got to make sure, I would suggest you just use one of these. All right. And once you hit this here, once you, because you're going to install, say, Cygwin, and it's going to be installed on your C drive in a particular directory. Once you put the path to that directory here as an environment variable, then NetBeans knows that that is where it's going to find its compiler. All right. And so when you go to C application and you hit next, all right, this here where it says tool collection, the tool collection is basically the compiler. All right. This thing with the make file, so we create main file, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Just know that what you really care about is the compiler here with the tool collection. All right, cancel. And you come here to, hey. Underneath plugins is options. You're going to come here to options just to check. And then you're going to go to C++. And if you like, go ahead and take a screenshot of this, because in options, this is what it should look like. Now, if you were set up on MinGW, literally MinGW/bin, MinGW/bin/gcc.exe, MinGW, it'll literally be that other one, okay? So that's the tool collection I have there. So literally, if you have MinGW, all of that just changes. Good. Like I said, I will count to 10, and you go ahead. Everybody can screenshot this fella. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And you go ahead and screenshot this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Okay. Let's come out of this. And literally none of this stuff. CDS configuration, debugging options. See, none of this stuff is anything that you need to bother your head about, because once this tab on this is set up, you are good to go. Yeah, see, I don't have PHP set up, so there's literally no interpreter, none of the paths, and none of these other stuff. So, just focus on the C++. Rightio. What was this guy? Right. Okay. So this was the one where I did. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, we'll come back to that. Let us now talk about what I had intended to talk about today. Right. Okay. So, the PDF is the book by Walter Savage. It's accompanied by, I think, about 18 or 19 chapter PowerPoints that I've made available to you. We're not going to get anywhere near going to all of those. All right. Let's just establish that from the break. We'll go to the ones, and of course, I just like I have this one up there on Moodle. I will have the PowerPoint that we're going to use up on Moodle, and they're not necessarily going to go in chronological order. So be aware of that. Those of you who already have access to those PowerPoints. But paying attention to Moodle, you'll see what's happening. All right. So our learning objectives with respect to C++, we're going to talk about the origins, what exactly is object-oriented programming. We're going to define a couple of very basic terms. We'll talk about variables, we'll talk about expressions, we'll talk about assignments and assignment statements. We will be introduced to this thing called the console, console or terminal input and output. And we'll start to discuss aspects like program style, libraries, and namespaces. And C++, you recall last week when I started to talk about programming languages, I talked about low-level languages, machine code, assembly code, digital ones and zeros. All right. Programs which would make absolutely no sense to anyone. There's pretty much no one who can pick up a machine code file in ones and zeros and make sense of it. There are lots of middle tools that must be applied in order to parse and group the commands and interpret the commands and set up the formats to then start to make sense of those ones and zeros that are coming through chronologically as a file. And then, of course, we talked about the fact that there is basically another hierarchy where there's mid-level and high-level languages. Of course, we like to call a lot of the accepted languages the high-level languages. So C++, COBOL, Fortran, Ada, etc., etc. And then you have these languages, which, in the strict sense, are what we like to call linear, meaning you have to go line by line. So you read line 1 and execute line 1. You read line 2 and execute line 2 after you finish with line 1. You read and execute line 3 after you finish with line 2, which can't get finished until you finish line 1. So those are what we call linear programs. And that was how programming started. As a matter of fact, that was the concept which was made up by Lady Lovelace, the mathematician, when she talked about this whole concept of linear programming. Not linear programming in terms of programming a computer, because Lady Lovelace was around in the 1700s. Sorry, not 1700s, in the 1800s. But programming from the standpoint of dealing with systems of equations. And when we talk about systems of equations and linear programming, we talk about that from the standpoint of steps that you have to go through in order to solve. And so that was fairly ingenious and accepted as one of basically something which was going to be made out to in the future to be very, very beneficial to computing. All right. Now, there's this concept. Well, I think I already defined object-oriented programming, where you divide a program up into what we call objects. And if you divide a program up into objects, then those objects, a couple of things can happen. Those objects can be recycled. Not only can they be recycled, they could be repurposed. So a print command is an object. That particular object can be used to print to the screen. They could be used to print to an IP address. They could be used to print to a printer, and so on, to a speaker, whatever. And so in dealing with each and every one of those devices that I named, the print command would have different nuances and so forth. So that's what caused, and that's why object-oriented programming became so powerful, because it wasn't necessarily a stumbling block or a hurdle to be traversed, but it was a tool that could be used. Okay, in terms of, all right, this is the methodology that we're going to go through. All right, now C++. There's some terminologies that we're going to come to, and it is, first of all, there's something called a program, and then there's something called a function. Now, a program is simply the execution of steps. All right. Once the program is run, there are programs which, once you run the program, there's no interaction with anything whatsoever. And there's no way for you to know whether that program ran properly, whether that program is even finished doing what it was doing. No way to know it. All right. And so these were powerful tools which were available going all the way back to the beginning, the beginning of electronic programming with the ENIAC and the Mark I in the 40s with regards to World War I. All right. Then along comes this thing called functions. After programming grew and started to mature and people started to make it more sophisticated, along came this thing called the function. Now, the function was something that was known in mathematics for eons. All right. The ancient Arabs before Christ were dealing with mathematical functions. Of course, the Arabs were the ones that you can blame for this whole concept of algebra, the use of letters to take the place of, to be a placeholder in an equation for any type of numerical quantity. And so the creation of functions, just like how you remember functions to be in your math 140, 163, 167, 170, all of those math that you know functions to be. That same functionality where you have a program. A function is a program where the program sits and stares at you until you give it something, because a function has to act on something, right? A calculator is the best example of a function that I can give, because a calculator sits there and stares at you unless you start pressing buttons, okay? So a function is similar. The thing about it is within C++, you're going to find that we're going to have a number of different types of functions that exist. Oh, the number of types of functions are going to be dizzying. And I mean, I don't say that to scare you, but I just know that, there's all kinds of different functions that exist. And you yourselves will go in and write your own functions. All right. Okay. Now, within C++, we have this concept of the basic input output. All right. Now, C++, like I said earlier, C++ has a number of groups of commands, or I should say in C++, the commands in C++ and the functions in C++ are grouped where there's some kind of commonality, right? And those groupings are called libraries, so basically libraries of functions and libraries of commands. And our first library we're going to look at is the, a couple of things. The first of all is the IO stream. Now, when you come to a new project, let's go new C++ application, next, application 16. All right, let me not mess with that because I think it's remembering all those NetBeans projects that I have with my Windows 10 installed. All right, so let's get rid of 1 and 2 where I was just messing around. And so what you're going to do is you're going to come to source files. Pardon me one sec. Hey, Illustrator. Everything good? Right here. Got any revisions for me? Now I am teaching. Yeah, no, I'm teaching tonight. Yeah, we could probably link tomorrow. Yeah, after church. Yeah. Let's say after 12. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Okay. Right. Okay. So, yep. Okay. I think there's like three. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Mhm. All right. Yeah. So whenever you create a project, there is going to be 5 folders which it's going to create. It's going to create a folder with the header files, some resource files, some test files, and this thing called important files, right? Um, and so we're going to ignore all those others. We're going to come to source files because here is where what we call the main C++ or main.cpp file. Now, double click on that, and this main.cpp file comes here. All right. Now, you will notice that when that comes, it automatically creates some stuff. And you'll see where this has a forward slash and an asterisk, then another asterisk and some typing. Click NBFS, NB host, system file, system templates, licenses to change this license. Blah, 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 blah. And click to edit main to edit this template. I don't even bother with that. Then there's another one where, okay, when it'll have your user account that you're using on your machine. It's going to state the name of the C++ file, when it was created, date and time. All right. And now, so basically the first 11 lines in my template are what we call comments. And comments are lines of code, they're code in the program, but they are communication that you don't want the computer to act on in any way. Thus, they are meant to be read I know when I was in primary school, they used to talk about read and inwardly digest. Well, I say read, learn, and inwardly digest. Okay. So we want the computer to read it, but we don't want it to learn it and inwardly digest it or anything like that. The whole point to these comment lines up here, the whole point to them are so that if yourself or somebody coming behind you want to read your program, that's where you can put little messages to the person who's reading to just kind of let them know some certain things that was going on, reasons why you did things, special considerations, etc., etc. Comment lines are particularly useful, and comment lines are actually, oh, should I put this? Comment lines are basically standard operating procedure when you are in a professional coding environment and you're working on a team, and the teams have, they break up a program or an application or a project into various different sub-programs or sub-projects. And so you're working as a part of a team. And so therefore, what you have to do in order to get everything working is you have to put comment lines to explain yourself. Because, You see two people on the side of the road, one on one side, the other one on the other side of the road. And then two cars come down the road and crash into one another. The person on the left of the road sees one way. The person on the right of the road sees the other. They go in court and swear on a Bible and tell the truth. But they can have two seemingly conflicting versions, and that's okay. Neither of them are lying. That's human nature to observe things from a particular perspective. And so when you are writing, there's nothing like when you are writing something and you know you have this idea in your head. And particularly if it's something that you are passionate about, it's very easy to skip some things and to skip some steps. You perhaps when you want to get to something, a part of the project that you're particularly passionate about, and you forget that there should be some premature steps to that or some prerequisite steps to that. But you're so focused on that aspect of the project that you really want to sink your teeth into, you forget about those prerequisite steps. So you get into, this is your magnum opus. And so this is something that you work on for 6 months. And at the end of 6 months, you finally get this beautiful thing going. And then you go ahead and you take it into some other people and, to kind of help you with it. And the first thing they're going to say is, well, this is missing this and this is missing that. And then you realize, oh, I was so focused on this. That's human nature. All right. So one of the reasons why to combat against those kinds of errors, and then to combat against the fact that when you tell somebody that you've done X, Y, and Z, it's their interpretation of what X, Y, and Z is. If you go through and you go ahead and put in some comment lines that explain certain things in a fairly linear fashion, what they thought you did versus what you explain in the comment lines can then clear up a lot of confusion. So yeah. All right. Now, the first true C++ command is line 13 here. And what happens is when you write a C++ program, C++, and this is why when you write a C, and remember C++ is the latest iteration of C, C++ is a very powerful program because it brings along with it these subprograms, these functions. And like I indicated earlier, lots of times it is simply simpler, more cost-effective time, memory, et cetera, to go ahead and just bring the whole library along. Lots of times these libraries are not very big data-wise to go ahead and include them. So there's a command called the include command, okay? And to invoke the include command, there are a number of commands with similar power as the include command. You started with the hashtag, and whoa, what's going on here? All right, and then what you do is you use the less than symbol. Thank you very much. Once you hit the less than symbol after the include command, the greater than symbol automatically goes on the other side, and it's waiting for you to put the name of the library. Okay. Now, in order for you, there are a couple of standards in order to even invoke and call certain variables and look at how things ought to be properly arranged with the indentation and stuff like that. There's something called the C Standard Library. Now, the C Standard Library is pretty much the default library. It's very limited, but it's put in there for a reason, and it must be in there. However, what we are going to do is we are going to write programs in this course. We're not going to write programs that are GUI oriented. So sorry if you thought that you were going to create a competitor to Roblox in this program. You're, of course, going to be welcome to, once you finish this course, to go ahead and take GUI-oriented C++ programming, which will start to look at that kind of thing. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to look at a lot of the more hardware-oriented programming and using programming for the purpose of science and engineering with respect to this class. Hence, the name of the class is ELET 340 C++ programming for scientists and engineers. Okay, that's the whole point. So we're going to be using programs to do calculations, to create input and output files, to work with input and output files, whether they are on your flash drive or you create an FTP site somewhere, say what you will. Now, in order to invoke all of that, you have to start up the library known as IOStream. Okay, and it basically says it's an input-output streamer that tells C++ how to accept any input from wherever and how to deal with putting data out as an output to wherever. The default is, of course, the terminal window, which we call the console. The console is down here where we say output. This is showing you the console output. Any messages that are coming back out from the computer. All right. Now, with C++, C++ is a function-oriented programming language. It's an object-oriented programming language, which means that it must do some work. All right. Now, when C++ is doing this work, it must return the work to somewhere. Okay. Now, as it returns the work to somewhere, that action of returning the work to somewhere is also used as a way to end the program. And if we have return to location 0, what is location 0? Who the hell knows? Nobody cares. The fact is, we're going to return to this location, which is nowhere. And since we return to this nowhere location, we end the program. So that's how you end your program. Now, as you have your program do work, the program must do work on what we like to call arguments, aka variables, constants, or numbers. All right. Now, well, variables, constants, variables, constants, or numbers. And when we talk about that, we then have where, all right, so the main program, is going to return an integer value. So when it returns that integer value, here, return, and this integer value is 0. Now, here's the thing. If you have not previously defined any number to be whatever, you could put return 10, you could put return 1, you could put return 5, and so forth. Now, the thing is, other programs, I have Zoom running, I have PowerPoint. I see the wrong Zoom code, so I had to go ahead and end that meeting, jump out, and then come back into the new meeting, this particular meeting. Now, where were we before we were so rudely interrupted? um, all right. So basically, what happens then is you have the main program, and this main program allows. Right. I was talking about the fact that okay, so we have integer argc, and then we can have a character variable called argv, and then we have this. Now, mind you, while you can put this curly bracket here, and let me see if I can. I never really looked at to see whether you could zoom in. Window. Can I zoom in the window? Anyway. So yeah. This is a curly bracket. And you notice that this curly bracket going to the right is closed off by this curly bracket pointing to the left. and what happens is this indicates that your whole program needs to be within here. Now we're going to talk about global scope and local scope and admin scope and all of that type of stuff. But just know that we're going to do most of our programming in between those curly brackets. All right. Now, I talked about the library, the fact that if you need to utilize the console and have the commands do some work on the console, you must include this IO stream. So all of your projects are going to include this. Okay. Now, oh, all right. Good. So you'll notice that good Mr. Savage is using a particular compiler that does not utilize that C standard library as an initial include. But NetBeans, because like I said, NetBeans is a professional development environment. And that's why I'm using this. We could have used some rinky-dink web-based compiler, like IDE1.com or something like that. But there may be the next Paul Weisner in this, or Ed Seidel in this class that would create, a terrific application or game or something like that. And just know that those people they work with applications like Apache NetBeans or Eclipse, or what else is out there? Coffee Cup, or Microsoft's Visual Studio, or something of that nature. All right, and so that's you guys came to university with a thought to perhaps use tools that you may be called upon to use in the work environment. And so that's why I'm bringing you guys along with some, with this particular application. So back here. So what Mr. Savage has written is a program. Basically, it's a 16-line program. And it says include IO stream using namespace standard integer main, and doesn't have any sub inputs or outputs. And it says, all right. Oh, one other thing. That's what I was supposed to tell you. No, I don't want to go there. This guy doesn't necessarily have to be there. you go ahead and put that here. Okay. And C++ does not holler and scream at you and have a problem. It's just the way the C++ in terms of Cygwin or MinGW requires or is setting up. Okay. Okay. And so what yeah, so we could do that. Now, first thing we're going to look at is we're going to look at this thing called the cout command. So by now you should have your NetBeans application up and running. If not, I will give you 5 minutes to go ahead and launch your NetBeans because I want you guys to be doing this alongside me. I don't, I don't want you just sitting there looking like you're watching a YouTube video. Because having access to the YouTube video and watching a YouTube video is one thing. But when you come on, where's my UB email? Right, yeah. When you actually sit there and actually code it and get it working yourself, you're going to, it's far richer and it's better experience. Because I want you to understand that programming is unlike any other activity. It is a technical endeavor where a computer works in a particular way. This way, first of all, is not intuitive. It's not, I don't know, unless you were raised by robots. It's not going to be the way a program is actually going to work is not necessarily going to make sense as far as the human brain is concerned. You're going to have to train your brain in order to learn how to write these coding commands to get the computer to do what it is you want the computer to do. Because sometimes there's a way to get the computer to do what you want it to do, but your idea of how to get the computer to do that is totally wrong. So that's just something to think about. All right. Yeah. So that's why I want everybody on the same page here. Good. You know what? To heck with that. Let's first of all look at this thing called the console out command or cout. Now, the console out command means that it is information that's going out of the computer. So you want the arrow to be pointing towards the out. And it's a double arrowhead or less than, two less than symbols. This is the nomenclature. Once I hit the double quotes, shift and double quotes right next to the enter key on the right. And you can go ahead and type hello there. Exclamation point. All right, now, you notice NetBeans is screaming bloody murder at me, like I spelled something wrong. I did not spell anything wrong. If I mouse over the exclamation point, it says unexpected token, hello there. Why? Because I didn't finish the actual syntax. In order to do a cout command properly, I have to close off the two quotes with two less than symbols. Now, this doesn't complete the line. All this does, this says, okay, this is a little message that I need you to print. I need to tell C++ that this is the end of the line with end L. And then I must end all action lines in C++. Notice return 0 has a semicolon. And so I must end the line. After end line, I must tell C++ that, hey, okay, this is the end of the line. Because what I can do is I can have one cout line And what I can do, cout command, sorry, not cout. I can then come here and I can put -- my name is Girth. Again. Whoa. Come on now. Behave yourself. No. Right? And then end line. What's happening there? All right. Obviously, it doesn't like the way my name is spelled. Misspelled word. Yeah, right. Okay. But I go ahead and I click run. And I click run project. Build successful. La-di-da-di-da. And I wait and I wait and I wait. Notice what happens. Okay. So what I want you to do is in your NetBeans, I want you to recreate the same thing. Put your name there. And once you have, once you've gotten it, I need you to go into the Zoom and do, put a raised hand to show that you have your application is running. Good. All right. So I shall sit here and wait. Oh, okay. Yeah. MinGW. MINGW. MINGW at mingw.org. You can just Google mingw.org, download, and it should come right up. Anybody else not got NetBeans set up to run?
I got the C++ thing installed, but when I tried to open up the NetBeans, when I open it up, it isn't showing up in it.
All right, you say it's not showing up in it.
Right. Okay. I followed the PowerPoint.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, let me show you. So at the beginning of the class, I was talking about this. You got to come here to plugins.
Okay.
All right. Once you come here to plugins, you got to come here to available plugins. Now I already have it installed. So C++, my C/C++ is already here, right? And has all this version 1.5 Apache NetBeans, blah, 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 blah. Right. Anyway, so what you want to do is you want to come here to available plugins and you want to just click over here and search C/C++, right?
Yeah, I have the C++ inside the available plugins.
Okay, so you're going to click on that. And then you're going to come down here and you're going to hit install.
I did that. I accepted the term of agreements.
Okay. And then once you do that, it should come over here and installed, but it's probably grayed out. So what you got to do is click on the box here and then click activate. Okay. Come over here to installed. It's yeah. Try that. Let me know what happens.
So it's not inside the install part. I don't know why.
All right. It was over here. It says available plugins, right?
Yes.
All right. And you hit activate it.
Yes. Well, no, it's not inside where you. It's inside the available plugins, but it's not in the installed part of it. even though I
Huh.
ran the install program.
You ran the install, but it's still not. Okay, so after you run install, well, when did you run the install? Did you run it just now?
Yes.
Okay, so close out and then exit out of NetBeans and then launch NetBeans again so it could see it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you got to go to the Windows. You got to go to the. Do you have a 32 or 64-bit computer? Just select whichever one you should have. If you don't know which type of computer you have, if you're on, well, oh, you're on Google. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, go ahead. Yeah, hold on. That's Jonathan Higgs, right? Uh, allow to record, allow. What? Hide non-video. Okay, security, share screen. All right, allow participants to share screen. All right. Okay, go ahead now. Okay. No, 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 no. Next one. Come back, back. Yeah. This. No, no, this is not it. Come back. South SourceForge. Okay. Yeah, this one, SourceForge. The one underneath. Yeah. GNU. Yeah. That's it. Green download button. Boom. Yeah, please wait until the installer validated to download plugins. Hit cancel. Yeah, okay, one plugin selected. Go to the settings tab. Okay, the NetBeans portal is enabled. Huh. All right, let's go back to available plugins tab. All right, C++. Yeah. You know what? Tell you what. Let's click on installed for me. Just 1 second. Installed 11 tab. No, cancel. The install tab up top. Right. Okay. Yeah. So it's already there. Come down to C++. All the way down to, yeah. Right. Okay. Now you got to activate. Next. Accept. And now the annoying thing with this is Java runtime 11. Yep. Damn. Unpack 200. Okay. All right. Leave this. No, leave this just as it is. Now, go to your browser and go to, oh gosh. Basically, what we're going to do is JRE 11, Java Runtime Environment 11. Java 11 download. Boom. Yep, right there. And Java 11 Where are you? Important Oracle. Okay, let's keep coming down. And this, oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, Linux. No, we don't want Linux. All right, Mac, Solaris, Windows x84 installer. Yeah, that's the bad boy. Go ahead. Okay, gotta accept. Yeah. Annoying license agreements. There we go. You will be. Okay, so if you have, well, the thing is, if you don't have an account, just go ahead and create one. Create account. This is the only time you're gonna need it, unless you've already. Yeah. Unshare your screen while you do this. Yeah. Once.
That's a question.
Yeah,
We
go
weren't,
ahead.
we weren't supposed to click the unpack option.
Well, here's the thing. What I should have done, and it totally slipped my mind, was that when it said Java, I should have advised you from the jump to install Java. Java's already on, I think, like 18 or some crazy high number. But 11, no, it's not 18. I think it's 14 is the latest. But 11 is the one that had the Unpack 200 .exe, which is what NetBeans C++ compiler environment requires. So, but the beautiful thing is, if you just go ahead and just install that Java 11, and just make a note of where you install Java 11, and then where it says Unpack, or use Unpack, then just it's going to ask you, okay, where is Unpack? And then you just go to that Java 11 directory that you installed.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Forbes. It still wasn't in there, so I tried to install it again, but then I get this warning.
Who's that?
Bo.
Go ahead, share your screen. Let me see what that warning is. Okay, yeah, this is fine. Plugins require, yeah. So hit continue. All right, finish. Got to restart NetBeans. All right, when you install NetBeans, then come back to Tools, Plugins, and it should be here as installed, but then C++ will now show up here, but this will be gray. Then you got to tick this, and then you got to hit.
But it's not showing up.
In installed?
You're right. That's the problem I'm having.
I mean, you've brought C++ back up. I mean, sorry, you put NetBeans back up.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you
click on
but it's not here.
Yeah. You click on options. Do you see this here? Hold on. Sorry, I am thinking I have my screen shared. I don't. Okay, hit close. Go to tools and options. C++ is not there. Cancel. Let's go to tools again. Plugins. Okay, updates, look at that. Okay. Go to available plugins. All right, click on C, C++. So why isn't it? It's showing available. That's why it's not. Huh. All right. Do you already have Cygwin or MinGW installed?
I do not. Actually, I did this last night, and when I opened up the project, it showed. But when I tried to open it up just now, it wasn't showing in it. In the like when you go to select your file, I could have
Yeah.
selected last night, but I couldn't select it just now.
Fair enough. But did you have Cygwin or MinGW installed?
No.
All right.
I followed the PowerPoint with the Java and all that.
Right. Okay. So you need to have so at this point we got to just kind of sit tight until and do the MinGW or whether you want to do MinGW or whether you want to do Cygwin. You got to install those.
Okay.
Java 11. Right. Java 17 does not have Unpack 200, which is what you need in order for NetBeans to install the C++ compiler plugin. So that's why you got to go ahead and install Java 11, Java Runtime 11. It's gonna do an annoying, oh, you already have a later version, blah, blah, blah. You click ignore and go ahead and install it Java 11, because once you install Java 11 and then you look at where on the, and you look at where, all right, hang on, let me. You look at where you install Java 11. So you're going to say C. All right. Hang on. The person said the Java, right? So I got Java 17 because, Java wants to do its updates. But I got Java 11. So what you got to do is I got C program files, Java, JDK 11. In the binaries is where, if I come all the way down to the bottom, where are you? Unpack. Right? So what's going to happen is you're going to go back to NetBeans. 10 minutes. Yeah. Right. So you're going to go back into NetBeans, and then where it's unpacking. And I think that's where you're having that with somebody else was having that problem where it kept stalling when it was trying to do the plugins. That may be the issue. They may need to have because basically this is all, and it's kind of annoying. The you don't need nothing but this. All this other stuff could be deleted. Just this file, unpack 200 and the unpack.dll file. Once NetBeans, it'll say, okay, where's unpack 200? So you say C, program files, Java, JDK-11.0.14-bin - and then scroll down, select unpack hit OK. Then boom, it's gonna go through a little, and it'll be unpacking for about 2 minutes. All of those C++ libraries, the same include and IOStream and all of that stuff that I'm just starting to go through. It's gonna have to unpack all of those in order for you to work. Yeah. I mean, that's why I was hoping persons, and I mean, about 4 or 5 persons reached out to me over the course of this week. As a matter of fact, I was able to help 3 persons just earlier today. But like I said, getting NetBeans working is the whole point. So I need to make sure, get everybody to where they can have NetBeans running. All right, so yeah, all right. Now, what was I think that was both. So you have the C++ plugin is now available in the plugins.
Yes, it's available in the plugins.
So where's NetBeans? There you go. So right, so it's available, it's plugin. So now it's showing as installed over here. Instead of installed 11, you now have installed 12.
I'm trying to redo it again right now. My internet keep dropping.
Ooh, okay. Who else was having issues? So somebody else was having issues. Mm-hmm. Right. So now you got to go into NetBeans, and then you got to come over, and you got to go to available plugins, and then hit the C++ in available plugins, and then do the install. And once you do the install, then it'll come to a certain point, and then it's going to say, okay, NetBeans requires the unpack 200.exe file. That's when you go to, because by now you would have had Java JDK 11 installed. And so you go, you type in the path for Java. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, you should have it installed. You should have C++ over here, but it'll be grayed out instead of a green tick. It'll be gray. It's asking you where to go, right? It's saying it's activated. So you got the green tick over here. Okay. All right, so we hit close on that. And so then come back to tools and then come to options. Yeah, go ahead. Hold on. Stop share. Go ahead. Okay, so you should be good there. All right, hit close. Go to tools and options. Hit C++. Up to the top. Yeah. Woo. Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. So please provide language protocol. Yeah. All right. So you gotta hit cancel. Do you have Cygwin or MinGW installed? It has to be installed in order for you to. No, this is the JDK. Yeah, that's why you don't have anything up in there. You need to go to MinGW. You guys do not believe in closing tabs. No, I'm just messing with you. Go ahead. Hold on. No. Yeah, come back. Why are we on WW6? Hold on. Okay, go back one more. Okay. Just mingw.org. Hit download. Come to the download. Yeah. No. Come to the one below that. SoundForge. Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. Why is this taking so long?
Okay, yeah, this was happening to me too. I thought it was my internet. It might be the site.
Uh. Wow. Okay, go to Cygwin. Cygwin is just as good. So Cygwin.org download. No, CYGW. Right. See there's Cygwin download. Yeah, you can go. The first option there. Right. Okay. Now, this is the annoying thing. Okay, mirror sites. Yeah, go ahead. Hit that. It's going to take you to a mirror site for. Oh, whoa. All right. Fair enough. It's changed. Go ahead. Open file. Yep. Perfect. Cygwin 64. Yeah, I put it there. Go ahead. Net. Choose the first one on the list. And next. Right. So the packages that we are going to use, you're going to type in. Right. Okay. So we're back. Now what was I saying? Okay. Yeah. In the search, because what we're going to do is we're going to search for everything that is C/C++. So the same slash that's right there next to the less than, greater than symbol. No, put it in the search. In the search up top. Yeah. So C/C++. Right. Plus plus. Enter. Category all. Full. Nothing to update. Hold on. Go back to view. Where it says full. Okay. Come back down to category. Yeah. And okay, now over to the left where it says all. Yeah, expand that. Doesn't expand? Why? Huh. Select packages to install. Oh, where it says hide obsolete packages, all the way down to the bottom left. Uncheck that. Nothing. No. Come down to the bottom right and hit back. There's something that we didn't. Okay, that takes you back there. What's missing? Hit next. We just can go through the whole thing again, but okay, this takes us here. Why is this the only? Go to view again. Pending. Not installed. Nothing to install. Why is that not there? You hit enter. Okay, I see where you have C, C++. Hit enter now. You did that. Okay. All right, it says I'm controlling, but it's not allowing me to. Well, it seems to be working very slowly. Me neither. Um. All right. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Go ahead. Let's see. See what happens. Yeah. But it is supposed. Anyway. Let's see what it does. Yeah, you ain't gonna need those icons. Take oh well. All right. Now you gotta go to no. You gotta go to edit environment variables. So come over here to search, type bottom left of your screen where it says type here to search. Yeah. Edit environment variables. Edit environment variables. Yeah. Okay. The second, the bottom where it says system variables, click on path. Down, 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 down. Right. Click the word path. No. Yeah. Oh, you are not the administrator. Scheiße. Go back. Edit environment variables. Come down. Go to path again. No, don't click OK. Now, okay, hold on. Don't click that. Yeah. Because you're doing environment variables for the account. I want to do for the system. So cancel and go back to, yeah. Now, hold on. Where it says settings, it says edit the system environment variables. So the next, yes. Yeah, click on that one. Okay, now where it says environment variables, come down. Environment variables, yeah. That's what I want. Okay, good. Okay, because now I see where edit is available. So now hit path, the same path. Down, down. No, not that one. Not that one. Yeah, system. Edit. And you want to hit new. And just C:// C:// that's semicolon. Yeah, backslash. That's the one. No, that's / backslash. The one on top of the word, the enter key. Right. Then CYG WIN 64 backslash. All right. Hit OK. Okay. Environment variables. Let's make sure it's saved. And path. Edit. There we go. All right. So it's saved. Hit cancel. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. Hit OK. Yeah. Good. Let's close the system properties. Hit OK. And we can close your browser. Okay, so now when you go to tools, plugins, available plugins, C++, yeah, install, next. And I think this is the one, now it's going to get to the point where it's going to need you to have that Java 11.
Excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was following everything y'all did just now until y'all went back to available plugins, and I don't have my C++ there. What should I do?
Okay. All right. Stick a pin. In order to get C++ into available plugins, where? Hold on, view options, and I need to exit full screen, and I need to come back, and tools, plugins. All right. So you are at point where you don't see C++ in available plugins. Hello?
No, sir. No, sir. I don't see it there.
Oh boy. Excuse me. Sorry. All right. First of all, let's see if it's in over in installed.
Yes, sir. It is.
It is. Now, it's over here in installed. What color circle is over here? Is it gray or is it green with a tick?
It's green.
Okay,
Okay.
so you have it here. Now, when you select it, does it have is the activate button available or is it grayed out? At the
It-
bottom. So when you
it's
select
grayed.
C, it's grayed out. Okay, so it's already activated. All right. So C++ is activated. All right. So do you have Cygwin or MinGW installed?
Yes, sir. I have Segwin.
Cygwin. All right. All right. So literally that same stuff what we just did with the environment variables.
Yeah, I just did that when y'all were doing it.
Okay. So you should be good. So when you go to tools and instead of plugins and you go to options, there should be C++ up at the very top there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when you click on C++,
It wants the CCLS location and the Clang D location.
all right. Yeah. Okay. So that means it can't see where the compiler is. So it needs to. Did you exit out of NetBeans and then come back in since you changed the environment variables?
No, sir.
No. So yeah, exit out and then come back in.
All right.
Good night. Hello.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was following what y'all was doing, but y'all kind of lost me on the way it had the select packages.
Select packages with regards to which one? Because we did where we were installing Cygwin, and then we also did where we installing the Java runtime. But then there were also the plugin packages in NetBeans. Which packages?
I'm on the one with the Cygwin, with the package, the current, the new, that one.
All right. Okay. So you got
Would you like me to share my screen or?
you know what? Yes. Go ahead.
Oh, can you see my screen?
Hold on. Cancel you. Minimize you. All right. Yeah, I can see your screen now. Um, hmm. Okay, just go ahead and click next. No changes. No changes. Um, um, so it's not downloading anything. Hit back. Huh. Oh, where it says C, C++, that needs to be C/C++. Enter.
I know y'all had an all situation. I didn't have an all pop up.
If you come over there where it says view and full. Yeah. Up to date. Click on up to date. Let me see something. Yeah, hide obsolete. Then go back at where it says full and click on go up to date. All right, go to not installed. Hold on. No, hit on it, not installed. Not installed. View not installed. Up, up, up. Yeah. Then click back in the search and hit enter. What in the blue blazes is going on? Um, all right, just go ahead and hit next. Let's see something. It's probably not gonna. Yeah, no changes. Okay, let's go back. Back again. Local package back. No, install from the internet. Yeah, next. Install from the internet. Yeah, next. Use HTTP proxy. Use system. Yeah. Then next. Mirrors 163. The very first one. Yeah. Next. Do not installed. View not installed. And then let's see if it did the lowercase C, C++. Even though it shouldn't matter, but enter. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now that you got all, now let's hit next. Yeah. Okay. And next. Right. Okay. I'm back. Don't know what's happening with the internet. Right. So we are still trying to get these couple of NetBeans installed to act right. All right. right. So where are we? The persons who were in the middle of installs. How far did you get? Or how far did those installs get?
Mine just finished.
Okay, so when you go into NetBeans, you're able to access, you're able to do a project and select C++ as the project and so forth.
I'm trying to do right now.
Okay, all right.
One second.
I can try to do the edit environment thing again. What was the command we supposed to put in for that part?
Oh, right. And so that was edit system environment variables.
Right. And then I went on path.
Mm-hmm.
And I
And
clicked
then
edit.
so you, system environment variables, then path edit, and then you're gonna type in C:\\, and if it was Cygwin, it'll be Cygwin64. And if it was MinGW, it would be C:\\, MinGW.
Min GW.
Mm-hmm. And
That's it?
then and then just go ahead and hit OK.
Okay. Open up. I think it was supposed to be the CW one. That's
Oh, the Cygwin A. Okay.
yeah. Okay, let me go back.
I mean, you could do like what I did and added both.
Well, that's what I'm going to do because I already. Yeah, I just add the next one.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same thing instead of M being it can be C the sig.
Yeah. So I'm sharing my screen and I have the edit system environment variables for mine.
Okay. And then I supposed to go to tools and options. When I
Right.
open up
Okay. So
the
once
game.
you come out of environment variables, then then you're supposed to come here to tools and then options. And then once you click on C++, this should now populate.
Okay. And it's still not showing up there.
Um, All right, tell you what, because we spending way too much time trying to do these simultaneously. What to do is let me put my. All right, so that's my phone number, 424-0975. What I need you to do is I need you to download an app called TeamViewer. And TeamViewer looks like this. Where, hold on, teamviewer.com. Right. Okay. So you're gonna go to, yeah, remote PC is better. Yeah. Whatever. TeamViewer. Okay. And so, yeah, teamviewer.com, TeamViewer Windows download for remote. And whether it's 64, whatever version operating system you have, go ahead and download that. And then once you get TeamViewer up, there is going to be you'll get this here, which allows you to, and you don't even need to do a subscription or whatever. You're going to get these codes here, which allows somebody to remote into your machine. And what I'm going to need you to do is I need you to take a screenshot and WhatsApp that to me. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So what we will do is, because that allows, basically there's a little better remote control than what this Zoom remote control does. And them kind of things don't even work in the Zoom remote. That's why I don't really use it. So I think it's 3 persons we're working on that. So if you guys can just WhatsApp me that, and I'll just work through. Okay, so I got 1 person. Uh, uh, okay, cannot connect. Yeah, I figured as much. I know NetBeans is a resource hog, so let's connect now. Yeah, all right. with that, so let's try now. Okay, that works. Access. All right, so it goes through this. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's going. Yeah. All right. So those of you who already have NetBeans installed, what I'll say is you guys can jump off the call. And we'll pick it up next week. And those persons who still have issues with NetBeans, stay on.
Okay, I installed TeamViewer, but it didn't give me a ID or password or anything.
Um,
Um,
all right. Give me 1 sec. Okay, so Sigwin 64 is what is installed. I know I told you to put a thing there.
okay, the password came up, so I'll send you a WhatsApp message of it.
Okay. Ah, okay. All right. This should have picked this up. Um, oh, come on. Mm,
Okay, just send what's up.
okay, I got it. Yeah. All right. So I'm working on one person zone.
Okay.
So, come on. Right. Okay. So options in C plus G. All right. Put that over there. So this is going to be bin and G plus plus. Gawk. Sigwin 64. Bin. Am I in the right one? Yeah, so Sigwin 64. C colon backslash colon backslash Sigwin 64 slash bin slash gcc.exe. Open. It's not there. Why is it not there? Oh, this is the, oh crud, no, I'm not doing the text-based one. Hell no. All right, we gotta set this up again. Yep. Install from the internet. Yes. And we're gonna go there. Proxy settings. And why not? C/C plus plus. Enter. View pending. All right. Full. Oh, now you come. All right, GNU. I need me a GNU debugger. And GCC runtime. So I need to go to the latest version. Okay, keep, yeah, keep. Right, okay, next. Next, install, you bugger. Good, okay, so Now we can go back into NetBeans. All right, now we get somewhere. Even though it still ain't give me what I need. So it can't find the make command. It should have seen make. Why? Okay. All right. Let's get back. There's the make command and the debugger is still not there. I gotta do this crap again. Yes, 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 already there. Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah. C/C++. And it'd be easy to it'll be easy to work with.
All right.
Which was the one that worked last time?
Hi, could I share my screen so you could show me what I need to do?
I guess because the thing is, at this point, there's troubleshooting that I'm involved with. Um, so like I said, I'm kind of digging into this install here. And what I'll do is, because I think I'm almost there. Just trying to find out where. Yeah. full. Okay. That is definitely in the way. Wow, don't tell me I'm gonna have to go through this. I need to find make. Make. I need to make command. Make .exe. CMake. Install you. I need GNU step window debug info window maker. GNU info for CMake. Debug info for CMake. No, we don't need that. GNU version of the make utility. Yep, I need you. All right, what else do I need? Oh, GDB. And I need GDB. GDB. Okay, GNU version of the GDB debugger. All right, yes, doesn't hurt to put the debug info. C debugger. No, I don't need that. Okay. Cursor space debug info. GNU debugger. I got it. Right. Okay. Now install debugger. I'm thinking these will be the last ones that's needed. But it looks like these mirrors, these libraries are populating very, very slowly. That's probably why they didn't install. So, All right, the person who's okay, so that's Jonathan Higgs. Okay, so we almost done. And then who's the next person?
I was the one who was talking about sharing my screen.
Okay, so you're the one. I think I just sent something. WhatsApp. De Albo.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So I'll because this is gonna but I'm working on this one that I'm working on right now is gonna be finished very short.
Okay. No problem.
And Jonathan, you need to somehow free up some space on this machine. Buy an external hard drive and start dumping some stuff over because when you use this much of your hard drive, Windows starts to get pretty antsy. Yeah. All right. Because I think you have a data drive or something like that. Yeah. All right. That was close. What? But it installed it. Oh, hold on. Okay. GDB. Ah, finally. All right. Fly. Click OK. Okay. Open project. C++, C++ application, next. Sigrid, there we go. Ah, plug in the laptop. Come on, come on. I do not need for you to shut down talking foolishness about you are out of charge. Good. All right. Right. Okay. So hello. And line, semicolon. And let's run. Run project. Bang. All right. You are good to go, Higgs. No problem. All right. Now, next person in pipeline. Yeah, you could just shut it off. So, yeah, exit that. Okay, so the next person who sent me team viewer credentials is JL Bow. 7780551. 10 minutes again. Yeah, all right. Whatever.